Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Lizon, and today I'm sharing with you the top 3 things that people get wrong about near-infrared saunas. Before I get into that, I want to show you my home setup because I get asked about that quite a little bit. And you can see I've got this essentially enclosure that's made out of wood and reflective panels. And then I've got my near-infrared sauna in front of me through here with the 4 TheraBulbs, and I have some auxiliary bulbs on the side that I rarely use. That's my home setup for my near-infrared sauna, but you can do it in any number of different ways as long as you've got the incandescent bulbs to get that full near-infrared sauna effect. So the top 3 things people get wrong. And number 1 is the name is wrong. It should actually be called a full spectrum sauna, not a near-infrared sauna. That leads me to point number 2. Near-infrared, which is technically the wavelengths between visual light in the red ranges, around 700 nanometers, up to about 1400 nanometers, has little to no heat. So how can you have a sauna if you're using near-infrared light that has 0 heat? You can't. So a near-infrared sauna as a name is actually quite misleading, and that leads us to point number 3. Point number 3 is it should be called a full spectrum sauna because it contains proportions of the full spectrum of light from near up into mid and then into far, and let me explain that. What you can see here with TheraBulbs is the spectral analysis, and you can see that about 39% of the wavelengths that are emitted by this bulb fall into the red or the near-infrared wavelength ranges. No heat. But after about 1000 nanometers, and actually more accurately from about 1400 nanometers, the wavelengths become absorbed heavily by water, and that absorption by water is what heats you up. To do that, you need mid-infrared ranges and far infrared. So the rest of the percentage that's coming off of these incandescent TheraBulbs is into the mid and the far infrared ranges. Hence, it should be called a full spectrum sauna, not a near-infrared sauna, because you're actually getting bits and pieces of all those wavelengths from red through near, through mid, through far, and you're getting all the benefits of the different wavelengths instead of just one. So if you have a far infrared sauna that's just heating you up with the panels and the walls, and it adds an LED light with just one wavelength, for example 850 is a standard one, can you consider that full spectrum? You're getting one wavelength out of the near-infrared, but you're not getting the full spectrum like I just showed you with the incandescent bulbs. So technically, you could call it full spectrum if your definition is different and you're saying you get one wavelength from near and then some mid and then some far. But by our definition, if you want to mimic what the sun is doing and get more natural exposure, you want to get a little bit of all the wavelengths like the sun is designed to do. So those are my top 3 things on what is wrong with the name near-infrared sauna. It should be called a full spectrum sauna. That's what I'm putting out there today. So until next time, I'm Dr. Todd Lizon. Keep well.